Okay, let's get started. Whoa, who updated this production? Wasn't me. I'm actually very proud of this. My new little starting screen, and then I have a be right back screen, and then I have an actual screen. So hopefully this all goes well. Now, one issue I have had, I've basically tried to make it so that the music is coming through on stream, but it is. I was able to do it just then in the starting screen, but I'm not able to do it now because I've not got headphones. My headphones are completely missing and I can't find them. So if I play both, I can play the music, but it's just going to be through the mic like it was yesterday. And then next stream it'll be perfect. But yeah, so if I play this now, how does that sound on stream actually? Does that sound... Let's just figure this out quickly before we open. Because I can turn it all the way down on there, but then does that kill it on... Yeah, that kills it on the thing as well. Okay. So if I just make it like a little bit. Just so it's not being like overpowered by the microphone. Technical difficulties, of course. Now my YouTube's frozen again. Overpowered by the microphone. I'm not in any rush to do anything today as far as charting because we have Powell at 9:30, so I am literally not bothered at all. I also can't see my chat, which is weird. Where's my chat gone? Actually, I bet I have to... Well, I have to bring this over here first. And that can go back on there. I bet I have to go on to what I was on earlier today to do this whole thing. Why is my YouTube, like, always freezing now? God, this is annoying. Did we react like that on the 1 minute? No. Okay. Oh, we kind of did. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm going to hide all them, actually. We'll have those. Oh, just above that, the new week opening gap that I mentioned from yesterday. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, YouTube's just not wanting to work at all now. Great. Fan-bloody-tastic. Let me try and fix this first so I can at least see the chat. Actually, no, it won't even be on this. It'll be on OBS itself. Where is me chat? I'm an owner. I know I'm an owner. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna have to get my chat up on my phone for today. I'm sure I can do that, right? At least I hope so. If I go onto that and then go onto that, not that. Well, you know what? If I just do this instead, that'll be the easiest way to do it. I'll get the music back on in a sec. How long we got until open? 5 minutes. We've got plenty of time. We got plenty of time. Okay. Now let's try and fix the music. I've got my chat up now. Where was the music? It was down here. Still can't get it to autoplay, which is weird and annoying. Like, as long as I'm not on it. But and play. And just turn you down a little bit. Okay, let me listen back to that on the stream. I feel like I might need to turn it down a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna have to just do it like that. I think I'm just gonna, let me turn that down and see how that sounds. Yeah, it's working how I thought it was working. Or it's not working how I want it to work in, but it is somewhat working, so we'll just have to take that. But I still can't get my chat up on my OBS. So I'm just gonna have to get my chat up on the phone. Oh. Okay, let's actually do some charting and such. So, 15-minute chart. We have consolidated for the entire of London. We have PM high right there. Oh, not PM high, pre-market high. I'm just going to label that as buy side. Can't be bothered to type it. We have sell side down there. We are currently in this 15-minute gap, which will extend to the body because it is a slight volume imbalance. And a slight volume imbalance there, so we'll extend that like that. Ooh. Geordie boy. Geordie boy. Let me put my phone... Where should I put my phone? Let me put it there. Yeah, that works. Normally I can read the chat on OBS, but I can't today. There's going to be no trades taken from me today, especially on like an XFA. Maybe I'll take something on the Okay, that buy side is equal up there. See how smooth that is? That looks too smooth. And it's overlapping with that high there. So there's some nice equal highs. We have London high, which is there, right underneath the new day opening gap. We've opened. Gap down. Oh my, okay, wait, let me just swipe that across. Let me do my opening range gap like this today, just to save a little bit of time. Eight, 2, 7, 5. Okay, that's weird. Oh, I didn't even turn my stream light on. How rude of me. There we go. Now you can actually see me. I thought it felt dark in here. I'm so annoyed about this music thing. I wanted to get this, like, I wanted to get it perfect today. I wanted to get it perfect and it's just not worked. I mean, it has worked. Everything's worked except the music. But the music, well, it's literally just because I don't have my headphones with me. Okay, so Powell will have just started talking as well 2 minutes ago, so let's bear that in mind. Powell will be waffling his head off currently, so ensue choppy price action. What I would expect for today is that buy side. That buy side looks like a really nice target. If this was a normal AM session, not with Powell, then I would be targeting that buy side absolutely. Potentially looking for some sort of sweep first. I mean, we have these equal lows that are all piling up right now. And we're still working in that 15-minute fair value gap, this big green box. We did sweep previous day's low in this little rundown, so that is something to note. If I go into the 15-minute chart up here, that's previous day's low, got run out. I'm on the 15-minute, going down on the 1 minute. No first presented gap yet. No first presented. Strange feeling it might be Chop City. Yeah, you and me both, Jordy. You and me both. Let me know if my audio sounds all good, by the way. I have no idea. I mean, I've heard it on my phone, but it's probably different from my phone to someone watching it somewhere else. Yeah, I like the idea of bearishness and then getting some sort of reversal to go higher at some point in this session. That's what I'm expecting. At least these lows, if not this low down here. Probably these lows make sense. These are the relatively equal lows. Even that one down there. I like all this sell side that's building up. Golden brother, thank you, Jordy. Voice of an angel. But of course. The voice of a British angel. My glasses are so dirty. I don't know if you can see that in the webcam. Can you see that? They're so dirty. I literally cleaned them before, but I mean, these are the glasses that I will have gone traveling with. So there's only a certain amount of cleanliness I could manage for them. We have 10 AM news as well, actually, today, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we do. So we've got 9:30, Powell obviously talking right now, which makes sense why it's done nothing but chop for the past 5 minutes after open instead of actually picking some sort of a direction. I'm anticipating, obviously, this chop, and then we have 10 AM news, so I'm anticipating something like this today. I came for the shirtless Kai. Oh, Journey. Don't tempt me. I'm gonna have to do a shirtless stream. just for Journey. Private stream. I'm just whoring myself out for views. I can imagine doing a shirtless stream in Spain. That's going to be guaranteed. That'll be in just over a month. Still no first presented, but we shall see. I'm pretty confident in this idea that even with the amount of manipulation today, I'm confident that it's going to want to sweep some form of sell side. Likely just these relative equal lows. I don't imagine. Obviously, it could get down here because we have this sell side and then the new week opening gap below that. So, perfectly reasonable for it to get down there. But I'm anticipating either this sell side to be swept and then go for these equal highs, or this sell side to get swept and go for these equal highs. If it wants to do it at this one, the closer one, then maybe we'll get it in this session. Do I think? Yeah, I'm explaining it now as you've commented that, Journey. I literally read your mind, the 30-second delay on the stream. I read your mind before you even commented. I think it's perfectly reasonable to see an MWOG tap, but I wouldn't be betting on it. This is the stronger magnet up here because all-time highs, bullish on the daily, relative equal highs up here. This is the stronger magnet. These are kind of anchors that are pulling it down a little bit. So it's going to come down here, cut this anchor when it. That's a really good analogy, actually. Having like sell side liquidities that you want to see purged. They're more like weights or anchors. As it's trying to draw up to what's pulling it, what's magnetizing it towards it. So this is trying to magnetize price up here, but it's got these sell side liquidity pools kind of weighing it down. So it might get down here, cut the rope for this weight, and then it might be strong enough to get up to the magnet, or it might need to drop further, cut that weight off, and then yeah, then you'd see the new week opening up tap. And we are still being subordinate to that 15-minute chart as far as that 15-minute fair value gap that I outlined earlier. We're just in it because there's a volume balance here, so extend it. Opening range gap high is 863. Opening range gap low, 802.25. Opening range gap high, 863 even. Opening range gap midpoint, 832.75. And my music is broken again. I'm not happy. I have to like keep closing it. I really need to like. It just ruins the whole vibe when I've got the music working and then it just decides to stop working. Ruins the whole vibe. Now I have to not pay attention to price, even though price is doing nothing anyway that we could care about. Then I have to scroll all the way down here to audio library. Then I have to filter it. Yeah, I really need to sort the music situation out for these streams. I love having some tunes on when I'm trading. That's one thing I miss when I'm doing VCs in the Discord. I miss out on having my tunes. We gotta get 832 at the least, otherwise I'd be bearish AF. You catch anything, Journey? Yeah, well, I mean, I'm bearish. I want to see someone's. I'm very short term bearish. On the day, I'm bullish because, like I say, all time highs. Pretty hard to be anything but bullish at all time highs. Oh, nice, Journey. Whereabouts? Pre-market. I mean, anywhere. From the looks of it, anywhere you would have made money. So, I'm assuming you targeted previous day's low. Here comes the sell side liquidity. Did we make it to... Yeah, we did. Upper quadrant, or lower quadrant, I should say. 25%, we made it into 25% of the opening range gap. Now we're rejecting. Looking for a new opening gap, show my stop loss was approached. Yeah, so nice. So money was made. There's sell side liquidity, purge number 1. I also... This is what I explained in the Discord on Thursday. Thursday? What day was that? No, it might have been, no, it's Friday. About the first presented fair value gap journey. You'll like this. When it overlaps with, so like we have right now, this down closed body, up closed body, first presented fair value gap here, but look how much more displacement it's the like break away from this consolidation range, this fair value gap that it's going to form here will be. So that is what I would prefer to treat as first presented today, because this one is, one, it's tiny, and two, it's overlapping with all this back and forth price action here, so it's not much of a significant imbalance because it's like to the left, it's got all that behind it. Whereas the one that it's potentially going to form here is breaking away from that range. He says as it closes the the fair value gap in. It is getting closed. It looks like it might just stay open. Yeah, just about stayed open. We also have a volume balance as part of it, so extend it all the way up to there. But it's still like, that's still the one that broke away from that range. It's not as ideal as I would have liked. I would have liked for it to fully break away, but I now want to see maybe Chris Knox, if Chris Knox is lurking. That's a high probability Chris Knox Chris Knox inversion. What is this song? I don't like that at all. Let me skip into it and see if it gets any better. Yeah, no, it doesn't. BNG so small, yeah. We come in all shapes and sizes, Journey. All shapes and sizes. Okay, so broke through it. Retest. So now I would be looking for, I mean, we have this buy side up here. We have opening range gap midpoint. We have equal highs. Plenty of upside targets now. God, this music's terrible. I really need like a streaming playlist that isn't going to get copyrighted. You know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to be watching my 15-second chart. But I'm not taking anything. I'll just paper trade because Fed Chair Powell, 10 AM news, and yeah, and terrible music. I'm just going to replay the thing because these ones were better. These ones are more the vibe I want. Still a little bit loud though. At least in my opinion. I wonder if Chris Knox is buying this right now. If I was Chris Knox, I sure would be. Playing in the 15-minute breaker. Yeah, I see that. I've got my 15-minute chart open on the left. Has it got anything left in it? Yeah. I absolutely love these new tonic drinks. They taste so good. I'm fully addicted to them. I didn't have them the whole time I was traveling. Major withdrawals. First presented holding up nicely. 15-minute change in state delivery. Oh my god, we're shooting. We shooting. There's that minor buy side. So, what a paper trade. I'm going to paper trade this, but my 15-second entry, because I can see it about to form. What's the low of that candle? 808.50. 813.75. So my paper trade for today, this is what my Bullinox model would look like. It would look like this. What's the low of that? 850. That's what my work in progress model would look like if I was to take it today. I'm not, because of the amount of things I've just said. I wonder if there was a 15, or not a 15. There's not a 15-second entry. I wonder if there's a 30-second entry that I didn't see. Nope. Nothing. Yet. And there comes midpoint of the open range gap. That was really nice though. Look at that. First presented fair value gap. Closed above, tapped back into, wicking just below midpoint. Shoot up higher. Yeah, the 2 daily bissies, the thing is about them is like, I don't want to say that like when we're going to go into them, if that makes sense. I actually didn't have this one marked up. How terrible of me. I mean, it's the new week opening gap high, but like I'd rather trade away from them, if that makes sense, once we've reached them, than trade towards them. Like I'd rather be long, basically, than I'd rather wait for a price to get to them than long, rather than short towards them, just because I would think that wouldn't be the easier move to catch. Because like you don't know when it's going to go to it, but you do know that once it gets to it, it's likely to go higher. It stopped right at the open range gap midpoint, and now it's potentially heading back down to fill me. Yeah, I just personally don't like catching retraces. I prefer to catch like the move, if that makes sense. But that's just me. Just because I literally, I'm incapable of catching retraces. Well, not incapable of it. I'm not as good at it as I am as just waiting for the main move. Boom, boom, boom. That was a really clean first presented long up to midpoint. See if it wants to go for the highs. I mean, I think it will. I just don't know if it'll come back down a little bit first. I'm kind of hoping that it does, because then it'll fill me. I don't know if it will though. Can get rid of that minor buy side liquidity because that's useless. That is useless. This is why I think everyone should have the open range gap on their chart though, because like without that level, you're going to be so confused as to why prices just stopped here. You'd be like, I don't know, I guess you might be like, oh, it took this hourly high. But look at the bodies. The bodies haven't got above the opening range gap, midpoint. Let's see how this paper trade goes. Again, paper trading because we're 4 minutes away from high impact news. Fed Chair Powell is Fed Chair Powelling. And I would just rather not have to trade through all that and wait until the PM session today. Or tomorrow's AM session. Or Thursday's AM session. Probably not tomorrow's AM session, to be honest, because that'll be the pre-NFP day. So I'd rather not trade that as well. I'd rather just trade today's PM session and then Friday. Or not Friday, and then Thursday. And then obviously I can't trade Friday because it's bank holiday. I mean, I can, but I won't. Didn't even want to come and tag me. You cruel, cruel... thing. It does make sense that it would come at least... Like, it makes sense that it's either going to just go down from here, or if it's going up, it should come and tag me. Oh, there we go. That's me tagged. Now, will I get stopped and be thankful that I'm paper trading, or will I hit full take profit and still be glad that I'm paper trading? That's the question. That's the question. I'm also going to move my stop loss, because I just realised the 30-second would make sense for my stop loss to be at the low of that candle, right? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And it doesn't exactly ruin my risk to reward, it's still over a 1 to 2 risk to reward. I wonder if there was SMT at that equal lows. Oh yeah, looks like there was way there. Yep. So that's the low to that low. Oh, that's weird. Let's just do it off this low. So SMT there for all you SMT freaks. That was a real clean move. It's just whether we'll get continuation on it. My paper trade money says we will. My real money says fucking hands off. 50-50. That 15-minute chart looked bearish, to be honest. And it did hit the opening range gap midpoint, so. But it does have those equal highs, so. Basically, it's going to move. It's going to move somewhere. Buy my course. Ugh. Do, 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 do. Oh, there's the 10 a.m. news. Oh my god, look at that wick down to first presented midpoint. What the fuck? Look at that wick up to opening range gap midpoint, and the wick down to first presented fair value gap midpoint. Like, right at 10 a.m. news. Oh, that was so cool. Like, look how many lines I have drawn on my chart. I have two main things on my chart. I have that 15-minute fair value gap, which obviously is just like a 15-minute fair value gap. And then I have the sell side liquidity that's already been taken. And then I have two other levels. I have three other levels. I have the buy side liquidity, which is what I'm targeting. I have the opening range gap, so the opening range gap midpoint, and the first presented fair value gap, so the first presented fair value gap midpoint. And look how that 10 a.m. news literally jumped to that and jumped to that. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. This can do whatever it wants. I'm satisfied. Almost algorithmic. Almost algorithmic. And that would have knocked me out on my 15-second stop loss that I had before. When I moved it to because I noticed that the 30-second was also there, so I adjusted my stop loss to be based off the 30-second. That saved me from getting stopped out. I still obviously could get stopped out, but I would have already been stopped out. Yawn. Fed Chair Powell. Yuck. Maybe it might get your new week opening gap tap journey if you're still in here. Maybe you might. I am in a long right now, yeah, but it's a paper trade. I'm not placing any funded trades or any eval trades because it's Fed Chair Powell AM. So I'm essentially just trading how I would trade, but on paper because I'm not willing to put real risk behind this AM session. Just don't know when exactly. If this was a normal session, this is... Okay, perfect, I'm going short. Yeah, I don't hate shorts either. Ooh. It could go up or down today. I really don't care. Ooh. Yeah, it's got me. Paper trade stopped. That's why we paper trade for Fed Chair Powell. I just realised that's a balanced price range actually as well. Oh, well, I don't know what I want to mark that out with. Let's just mark it out like this. Well, it would be... No, it would be... Yeah, never mind. It would be the first presented fair value gap. The first presented fair value gap was overlapped by that fair value gap, so... I will paper trade this again if it gives me the model. Don't think I won't, NQ. I will. I'll throw my paper trade money in there. You can have all the fake money you want. Did that break that? No, not yet. Okay, now it broke it. Now it broke it, but there's no fair value gap in there. Wow. What's that? 813.50. Did that just fill me? I didn't mean to get filled there. Oh well. I have no idea what my stop loss is meant to be. About there? Maybe just put it there and then figure out where it should be. What's the low of that? 803. 803. I feel like that's aggressive, but I'll put it there. It's literally like right on the... Oh, it would have hit it. No, it wouldn't have. So the low of that candle. Yeah, that seems so aggressive. So what I mean about I'm trying to figure out the stop loss placement for this model. I feel like it's all over the place. Like I want to place that like down here. But from the 15-second chart, I can place it there. Christopher Knox. Christopher Knox. Also, I wanted my entry to be at 13.50 and I got filled. I didn't even mean... I could have sworn I pressed buy at 13.50, not 15. Oh well. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it one tick below that, because that doesn't sit right with me. I feel like that still looks so aggressive. But, yeah. There we go. You know what, I'm going to go back in, because that is where I wanted to get in originally anyway. And I'm going to try the stop loss there instead. Because that just looks better. And then if this gets stopped, I mean, like, again, this is paper trading, guys. This isn't me fucking about with, like, an actual account. This is me just trying stuff for the fun of it. Because Fed Chair Powell has ruined my day. Why is the number on my paper trade position like so messed up, by the way? Let me close that. If I just buy back in. Okay, that's... I don't know what's going on with paper trading. What if I log out and log back in? There we go. If in doubt, turn it off and on again. Did you catch along, by the way, Chris, off of the first presented? I was literally saying, I was saying when this got inverted, this first presented, and by the way, it's this way. It was this one today, the 940. What candle was that? 943. Yeah, that was first presented today, not 942. Go back and I'll explain why, or I'll just clip it. Stopped out again on that paper trade. I am determined to catch this long move, even if it doesn't happen. Fed Chair Powell AM, guys. This is what it looks like. 9 times out of 10, this is what it looks like. One clean move, followed by shop. And by shop, I mean chop. Chop, 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 chop. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Chris, I was technically, I think. Technically, you what? Technically, it was your model. I'm guessing that's what you mean. You just didn't buy because we're real traders and we don't trade Fed Chair Powell AM sessions. That's sarcasm, by the way. Kind of. Yeah, when this got inverted, Chris, I was literally like, that's equal low sweep, draw of the equal highs, and then open range gap midpoint is in fact what it did reach for. Sweep, invert, even retapped and didn't go into the lower half with the bodies, just barely with the wicks, and then zoom, zoom, zoom. Also had that draw of those equal highs there. Also had that draw. Oh god, no, we're back to this ass music. What about you? You sound potentially promising. Ugh. I wonder if I put my other levels on the chart, if they've been used at all. Oh yeah, look at that. Monday's fair value gaps from yesterday. I wonder if you had them on their journey. I was in pre-market, I did it in there. Ah, okay. Yeah, there's yesterday's first presented fair value gaps. We have Fridays getting used over there, but I'm not too bothered about that. I'm more bothered about this. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Also, I'm missing an entry right now, I'm pretty sure. Not quite. But almost. If it just runs... Why are you buying? I don't want you to... I'm trying to set a limit order. It's making me do a buy stop, that's why. Why can't I do a buy limit? There we go. Weird. Play Stone Roses. I need Chris Knox to make some copyright-free music for me. What is that 5-minute? What is that? I mean, it's 10 AM news is what it is, but still, goddamn. This is exactly how I expected Fed Chair Powell to go. Is go to where I think it's going to go, but just murder everything, any possible trade entry that would be possible before actually going there, and then yeah. Ah, that sucks. Why don't you trade pre-market on an eval then, Chris? Oh, hello. Here comes my target without me. 10-15 spike. See, that old sell side got used, by the way. That's why I kept that on the chart. I wanted to see if it wanted to get used again. Genuinely, that is why I kept it. I'm not bullshitting you. I wanted to see, because that is a real liquidity pool, because relative equal lows, and you can see that it swept it and then reversed. I did want to see if it wanted to use it again, and it did. And there's my buy side target. There she blows. No more eval. I meant like an instant funded, but I guess your instant funded is live anyway. Hey, so shot straight to Monday's first presented and stopped, like the high of it. Not saying it's stopping there. It is going for that buy side because there's every reason to. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the way this AM session's gone. I mean, obviously I didn't make money, but God, can you blame me? You try and make money when price is doing this. You hindsight motherfuckers. Remember that guy that said he was going short? I feel bad for him. When did he say he was going short? Let me scroll up and find his message. Perfect, I'm going short. Oh, I can't see what time. He said it around here, I want to say. Or did he? I think he said it around here. Around 10:05, maybe. 10:03. I don't know. I hope he went short on a paper trade and not on anything important. Probably won't have the Tradeify live accounts until next week. Ah, okay, I see. Is Uncle Jerry still talking crap? What? I was in a short, got out when it popped back up to break even. Oh, okay, so you got break even. That's not too bad then. At least you didn't lose money, Journey. But what did you learn? Kai is always right. Kai always has 100% the correct draw on liquidity. Always. Oh, Jerome Powell. Probably. Let's go on YouTube and search the... He can't still be talking. It's been, what, 50 minutes? Let me search Fed Chair Powell. I imagine they're just doing like their Q&A bit now, but it's still... Yeah, it looks like he's done talking, but like it's still... Oh no, he is. Yeah, he's being Q&A'd still, so he is still talking. From what I can, literally, this is from me just like hovering over the thumbnail and see. I can see him and he's talking. So, oh, it's like a panel. It's like a big talk with a few people, but Jerome is one of them. So yeah, he's still waffling on. PM session today is the one to trade. That's what I'll be trading. Trying shorts tight, yeah, don't blame you, Johnny. Do not blame you. PA does indeed suck today. Sucking a big old Jerome. A big old J. A big old Jerome. It left that high intact. I'm getting in this on paper. Oh, don't do a buy stop again. Let me do a buy limit. Let me do a buy limit. What is wrong with... I have to like click way down there. I'm buying there. Okay, it still just says a weird price. I need to log back in and out. What is wrong with paper trading? I told you guys I'd be part of this move. One way or the other. Is there anything fun that I can target above it? You know what? I'm targeting open range gap close. What do we have here? We have this order block. Anything on the 2 and 3? We have a 2-minute order block there. 3-minute order block there. 5. 5 looks horrid. 1-minute order block, it's about to tap, and then all these fair value gaps. If this stops me, then wow. that just explains perfectly why you don't trade Fed Chair Powell AM sessions. Because that is a trade I would like. If this trade was on a normal day, oh my god, I'm taking that trade 100% of the time. And that is a terrible beat. Oh my god, it actually got stopped as well. That's crazy. Fed Chair Powell, ladies and gentlemen. Fed Chair Powell. Take a bow, Mr. Powell, for ruining my perfect market. Oh, that's so funny. New week opening gap tap? Question mark. Or just reach below all that sell side and still go for the buy side. Because if that closes in inside first presented, then could still go for the buy side. What is all this music? This sounds cool. Yeah, I like this one. I need to start favoriting them. Let me favorite that one. And then let me favorite some of the ones that I actually recognize the names of. That'll do for now. God, the short. No way. I'm up 15 handles both sides, but this sucks. Yeah, damn. I mean, you've done very well to be up 15 handles, Journey. And Geordie, 40 handles. God, if I was trading this legitimately, how many handles will I'd be down like 100. I'm down 1200, and I've only used like one mini. So, how many points is that? It's gotta be like 40? Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? 20. Yeah, 40. I've been your guys' liquidity today. For sure. First presented possible inversion now. I am 100% targeting those highs in the PM session if they're still intact. I'm telling you that now. And that will be a funded trade. Top of yesterday, gap got ticked. Oh, tickled. Yeah. Yeah, I did have that. I mentioned it did have that. Yeah. Pretty cool. Hey, Journey. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh my god. Okay, there's your First presented inversion. Yeah, well, not all of us can be Geordie, Journey. That's just something we're going to have to live with. I'm getting ready to short this myself. On paper, again. I'm waiting for this 15-second fair value gap. Which will form in... Oh, okay, no mind, yeah, go without me. I didn't want to be part of the move anyway. I'll set the limit order anyway. 8175. And that would be the limit order. Oh my god, it's making me do a sell stop now. I want a sell limit. I'm trying to go short. There we go. What did I say? 8175. Oh wait, no. I can go short like now if I wanted to. Fuck it. I'll get in now. Why not? Or I won't. You know, I didn't want to be short anyway. It's fine. It tapped into a 15-second fair value gap, but I literally missed it forming. Oh, there is a 30-second up there. Yeah, it's not gonna. No, it's going without me. 30 seconds about what? Oh no, mate. Okay, what's the high of it? 76.25. Yeah. That's the 30-second. There's a 15-second even sooner at 6850. Let's go for that 15-second one. Just trying to get anything I can at this point. That is pretty cool though, that first presented inversion, like broke below it, tapped it, fell off a cliff. Straight, there we go, new week opening gap, right, cancel that sell limit. There's your new week opening gap. Right into upper quadrant of it. Or did it fall just short, or did it hit it absolutely? 48.25. 4875, 2 ticks. Oh no, hit it absolutely. 48, look at that. 487, 4875. Upper quadrant. Low of that candle. 748.75. Journey, I bet that feels good. I'm not sure on this song. Next. Oh. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. What do we have lower? That's what I'm wondering. Like beyond the new week opening gap. We don't have anything really. Other than the daily Bissy. Which I'll mark out now. It's about to appear on the screen in a big grey box. We have that. Ba, 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 ba. I'm gonna need to border these because they're so close to each other. Like they'll literally overlap. Border you in black. And then I won't border the other one, so I can clearly see that this is this one. Oh. Friday's low and daily volume balance. Are you on the U contract? Yeah. September. What are the odds we rally? I'd say 50-50. I'm not looking for anything until PM. I want to target these highs in the PM personally. So I'd prefer if it just wanted to consolidate now, that'd be perfect. And not run for the highs. Yet. Daily volume imbalance. Yeah, that is also the new week opening gap. If you mean the one that we're in right now, that is also a new week opening gap. And then we have new day opening gap, which is also that lower one if that's the one that you mean. I am liking those daily bissies more and more now. We have a low sweep, don't really have a displacement up yet. Yeah, I mean, no swing high has been broken. Maybe if we break back above first presented. Imbalance also sitting below Friday's low. It's a long shot. Short shot. Imbalance sitting below Friday's low. On what time frame? I'm assuming 15 minutes. That's Friday's low there. What time frame are you looking at here, Journey? Not Journey, Geordie. There's also relative equal lows though. I don't see a 15-minute. Hourly. I don't see one on the hourly. Oh, daily. Below Friday's low. Oh yeah, I've got it marked out, Geordie. It's this big box. This one, this big white box. I've extended it up because there's a volume imbalance. And then, yeah, but then there's this bigger one here. There's a lot of imbalances there for it to fill in. Displacing lower. Let me do my quadrants of that. Daily fair value gap. Get rid of those quadrants of that as well because they're just in the way. Let's clean this chart up a little bit. Let's clean it up. I hate this song. This is way too energetic for me right now. Mana. What's the weather like? It's not that bad to be fair. I mean, it's grey, but it's warm. Grey but warm. Warm and grey. I appreciate all you boys coming and hanging out with me for the garbage, which is Fed Chair Jerome Powell waffling on. I mean, yeah, Fed Chair Powell's always just a weird one. Like, I felt like I was making decent calls, but it's just so hard to actually catch anything in such back and forth price action, especially with the model I'm trying to use. I mean, anything after that was fairly clear. Not clear, but directional. But it left relative equal highs, so. But like this was a nice run. Down to new week opening gap. Just a shame that it fell just short of those equal highs. I wonder what ES did. Did ES sweep them? It's got like a 5-minute chart. Oh yeah, yeah, swept them. Way further. Swept London high. Massive SMTs. I promise, I'm a man. Massive SMTs. Which, again, to be expected. Big SMTs at the lows as well. Or, no, there was not a big one, but there was one. For that liquidity sweep, yeah, look at that. I outlined that earlier in the session anyway. Question is, how deep will we retrace before continuing higher? Because I ain't calling a top. I ain't doing it. I simply am not doing it. Four-hour wick. Oh god, well I'll just click copy price. Oh, this long one. Yeah. If I was a man that used the 4-hour chart journey, I would absolutely be watching that. Target would be the volume imbalance. Yeah. Oh, I'm out. Well, you certainly did well today, Journey. You should be proud. And you, Geordie. You both did well to make money on a Fed Chair Powell AM session. But I'm going to leave the stream there. There's nothing much for me to talk about. Hit everything I wanted to see here. My mouse is now lagging. What's going on? But yeah, I'm going to leave the stream there, boys. Hope you enjoyed. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. And, oh, will we stream tomorrow?